you won the HSBC Abu Dhabi Championship.
Yeah.
Playing in the final round with no other than Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
You were leading, you were level pegging going into the final round. And at the end of it, you beat Tiger and Rory.
Yeah.
Which not many golfers in the world can say they have ever done.
No.
Talk us through it. First off, is it your actual highlight of your career?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It was worth all the hitting balls off mats in the crappy days as a young golf pro. It was worth all the hard years in between 2004 and 2009 before I actually felt like I turned into a proper tour pro. I don't feel I got enough out of the effort I put in up until that point, and then I thought, well, golf's gifted me just something massive back in return, and I've got to just say thanks very much.
And when you were playing that final round with Tiger, how intimidated were you? Were you worried, or were you going into it with this kind of happy-go-lucky that I shouldn't really be here, but I kind of am here mentality that you've kind of had throughout your career?
I was fully aware of how other pros like me have performed when they've played with Tiger. I was intrigued as to why that was. Fully expecting not a great performance on my part, but I was expecting to learn something about why that is. I'd met Tiger the previous day, which helped a little bit. We had a mutual friend in Sean Foley at the time.
Yeah.
I'd spoke to Sean quite a lot beforehand, not before the round, but in the months before. And just so happens that I ended up being paired with Tiger for the Sunday. But Tiger had come over and said hello on the Saturday, which if he hadn't have done, that would have probably made the day harder. So we chatted a little bit.
Is that very un-Tiger thing to do?
Yes, I was really surprised. I think he was going through more of his another swing change at the time, or I think he'd already done that with Sean actually, because he ended up winning 4 or 5 times that year. But he was Sean's philosophy and mine on golf at the time were pretty similar, I think. So I don't know, he knew who I was anyway, which is pretty cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, that surprised the hell out of me. He actually knew who I was. So that was nice. And then during the final round, I wasn't expecting anything other than him to fully be in game mode. It blanked me all the way around. I expected him to, but he didn't. I thought he would do, but he didn't. And I thought, worst case, I'm just going to have a front row seat watching Tiger Woods win a tournament.
That's crazy.
You watch him on TV, don't you? Right?
Was it just you and him?
No, it was me, him, and Peter Hansen.
Wow.
So, yeah, just a magic day, really.
And you shot 200, didn't you? You shot 70 to win it.
Yeah, I think so. Was it 200 or 100? Forget.
It was a 70, whatever that is, the par.
I think that's 200, yeah.
So you should go on.
But I was going to say that obviously not only with Tiger Woods, I'm guessing you're the final group and you've got was you the final group? Sorry. Yeah. You've got all these people obviously flocking around because it's Tiger Woods. Did that feel different? I'm guessing that was one of the biggest crowds that you've ever been followed by or up there, if not.
Or was it not super big because it was in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I don't know the numbers on the crowd, to be honest. I never played in front of a lot of people. When I played with Shane, that was a lot of people.
Yeah, I can imagine,
and then when I've played the Open a few times, there's a lot of people there. They're not following you particularly.
There's just a lot of people watching.
I never coped really well with... I didn't mind people. It was cameras I didn't like so much. And maybe a bit of background noise that was random. I didn't like that.
I'm the other way. I quite like cameras, but I don't like people. I don't mind cameras watching me. It's real life people I can't comprehend.
The cameras, because when I used to play, obviously I was not your main draw for the tournament. So if the cameras came to watch me, they would generally come in the middle of a round because I was doing all right.
Okay.
And it always upset my balance and pre-shot routine at that point.
Yeah, because it wasn't consistent.
Wasn't consistent.
Like, yeah.
Sometimes I was okay if they started with me on a Saturday or a Sunday because I've played my way into that sort of position, but that didn't happen very often. So I never really got completely comfortable with that.
You didn't have enough chances, particularly to play in front of cameras like that on a consistent
I had
basis.
enough chances, but I didn't play well enough,
right,
to get myself in that position, and I probably didn't do enough about it to get better at it. Since through coaching and stuff, I've met people that are sort of more famous in their own right, and we've talked a bit about it, and it's interesting to find out that they've had similar sort of experiences, but had to face it earlier on because it was a daily part of what they do. So
say Rory.
Yeah,
it'd be weird if he didn't have cameras following him.
Yeah,
he'd be thinking, "What have I done?
Yeah,
like, why is there not 15 cameras following me?"
Exactly. Yeah.
Back to the Tiger though thing as well. I'm guessing. I think he's a couple of years older than you, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he won the Masters at 21, that would have been the same time you're at the range beating balls. You would have been fully aware of Tiger for more.
I watched him in the evenings when I finished my shift at the first golf club I worked at, when I was probably sometimes doing a little shift in the bar, or you'd done the coaching night and you go back up into the bar with the members.
Yeah.
He's on the TV winning PGA Tour events.
And then to now be playing with him, beating him in the final round of a DP
weird.
World Tour event. That is crazy.
What did that do to your mentality? From that point, is that normally January 2000?
Yeah.
January the tour
I haven't
event.
hit a decent shot since.
Don't need to.
David Howe said something really funny to me. The week after in Dubai, everyone's coming over and saying, "Well done," which was great. And then he came over and said, "Be careful, I did that once." It's like, right. Don't know what he means, but I'm going to find out.
Yeah, and you found out.
Dead right, yeah, dead right. Because it's just an unbelievable overachievement, isn't it? And you just think, wow, what did I do to deserve that? Right? Because the timing of it has to be so precise and lucky that, because Tiger doesn't play in Europe, right?
No.
Doesn't. Probably never will do ever again. He
Part of the Open, but
plays the majors, right?
Yeah.
You don't get drawn to Tiger in a major unless you're playing your way into that on the weekend, which takes some doing.
Yeah.
Right, because he's probably winning it. So the opportunities for European Tour players to play with Tiger Woods are pretty much zero.
In a final round
Yeah.
of one of a flagship event. If you enjoyed that video clip, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the weekly full-length episodes every single Tuesday. You can also listen to it in the car on Apple, Spotify, and all of your favourite podcast platforms.